All right, I started the recording there, and so I guess first of all, how are you folks holding up? How are you doing?
Oh, we're doing we're doing as good as can be expected. It's getting kind of boring. The live TV part is not working well because of all the internet interference or something, and we have five TV live TV shows that we're not being able to get anymore. Two of them are BBC, Fox News, MSNBC, so we really can't keep updated on the news so well anymore.
Oh,
But
really?
we do have a whole lot of on-demand stuff that we're watching to keep busy and doing a lot of reading and so forth. And it's getting to be a long time in this room.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine what that's like to be pretty much in a room the whole time. Is it stressful on you folks mentally, or would you mind talking a little bit about that?
Well, I guess, yeah, we're stressed, but not really, though. I mean, we understand the situation. We're comfortable. We're warm, well-fed, comfortable, and pampered pretty much. And it is what it is. So getting stressed would just be counterproductive for us and so forth.
And are you allowed to get out on the deck a little more often? You mentioned it might be every day instead of every other day before.
Yeah, we're getting out every day for an hour now.
And what's it like when you're out there for an hour? Do you see other passengers, or are you told to kind of stay away from each other?
Yeah, we're told that, well, there's two areas we're getting to go. Today, I went down on deck 7, which is a long walkway from one end of the ship to the other. There's 110 people out there. They tell us to try and stay 2 yards apart from everybody, but you can't. And especially when there are people, a lot of people are power walking. Some people are jogging, but then other people are walking down the middle of the aisle and taking pictures, and it's real frustrating that they're getting away. And the people just don't have any consideration, I guess. I don't know what it is. But now we're able to see what's going on where we're docked. Because now the port side is up against the dock, and that's where we get to walk, and we saw the ambulances where they're hauling people away, and saw the food being delivered yesterday, and 12 truckloads of food, and then I saw the trash being taken away, and the press corps they moved them further away from the ship than they were originally. They're way out in the back pasture, parking lots, and way out in the back there, but they'll have their satellite dishes up, and I'm blaming them on the TV. I think they're messing up our signal. I don't know if it's true or not.
Oh, really?
But,
Oh, wow.
so,
And do you have a lot of tourists too? People are coming by to see the ship, or?
oh, no, there's nobody there except officials. We're completely isolated from that. We're up against the dock, and everybody that's down on the dock is wearing a protective suit. Even the guys driving the fork trucks hauling the trash away. The trash is on pallets, wrapped. So, it's compacted. The pallets are all wrapped in plastic. They're spraying it with a disinfectant before they load it onto a truck. And then they're putting tarps over it to haul away. So everybody down on the dock area has a big white suit on and a mask and everything.
Oh, wow. And when the crew, when they're on board and they're delivering meals and things like that, are they dressed in those suits too, or?
No, they're in their normal uniforms. They have a mask.
Right. And how are they holding up? Have you had a chance to talk to any of them? I'm sure it's not a difficult job for them at this point.
The
Oops.
Mac.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think we froze up a little bit there. How about the crew? How do they seem to be holding up? Do they seem to?
They're holding up quite well. I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard Diamond Princess, the Princess Group is giving them 2 months paid vacation when this is over. So they were a lot more cheerful than normal today.
Oh, wow.
I haven't heard that officially. I heard that from somebody.
Right. And has the cruise line still been good to you folks, and still feeding you well, treating you well?
Oh yeah, completely. The captain is very reassuring. We just got a video message from the Dr. Grant Tarling. He's the chief medical officer of the cruise line, and he reiterated everything, and that's going on. And we did get notification today that people that are over 80 and test negative are going to be allowed to disembark the ship and go in quarantine on land if they're an interior group. And then, so they might, if I don't know, it takes 3 days for a test, and we're in their 60s, so if they keep moving down from the oldest to the youngest, well, we won't even have to make that decision whether to go on shore or not. And honestly, I don't know if we would go or not, because we know what we have here. The conditions where we go to, we don't know. It's better to know what you have than what you don't have.
Right. And have they tested everybody fairly recently, or?
They only tested all the people 80 and over, they tell me in this letter we got. Mm-hmm. The only people that are being tested that are under 80 are the ones that have temperature symptoms.
Okay.
So when we got on the ship, the first day, everybody was tested with a temperature. They took a temperature of everybody on the ship. And based on that results, they tested close to 400 people. And since then, when people are self-testing, you call in if you have a temperature, and then they come and test you. So we don't know how many of those people that happened to since the initial 375 or so.
And you're going to be, if they don't let you off a little earlier, the ship is quarantined for another week. Is that correct?
We're scheduled to get off the 19th.
The 19th. Okay, so that's about a week from today. And how do you feel? Does that seem like it's a long time away to you, or does that seem like, okay, I could do this for another week?
Well, we have to do it for another week, so we can do it for another week.
All right. And so keeping a positive attitude and doing what you can, is that pretty much what the theme is going to be for the next week?
I can bitch all I want, it wouldn't change a thing.
Right. And before I let you go here, just any lessons learned from the experience so far? Any words of wisdom or advice you might have for other passengers that or other people who might be stuck in this situation at some point?
No, it's a unforeseen circumstance that we happen to be in the middle of. I mean, it's like we're here when it happened. It's it's the world, and who knows what's going to happen. It did to us. We've been on a lot of cruises, and we've never had an issue of any kind other than positive.
Right. Are you going to go? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, are you going to go on any cruises? Are you going to go on any cruises in the future?
Yeah, sure. They're offering us a free one, so we like free. So well, we already have one booked for next winter that we booked before we went on this one.
Okay, so this hasn't deterred your traveling or going out on adventures or anything like that?
What was that?
Oh, this hasn't turned you off of traveling or going on vacation?
No, I'm going to be staying home for quite a while, though. I'm not going to go anywhere for a while when I get home.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, all right. Well, thanks for talking to us again.